re-emergence of Gretna as a footballing power is not only being talked about here in the local area, but news has also spread as far as the Mediterranean. And if you don't believe me, then watch this. Volvemos a Escocia con el Gretna 2008, el equipo de la frontera. Oportunidad y golazo, golazo de Dan Ursi. Primer gol de la temporada, vamos a ver otra vez. Sí, Ursi. Oh, falla del portero y gol de Ando y en Anderson, mira, qué golazo de Ando. De nuevo ataca el Gretna con el Robbie Iversen y puede ser gol, sí, el portero lo ha perdido. Anulado. Otra ocasión de gol de Gretna y Olti, sí, no, dice que es fuera de juego, vamos a ver, no, para mí no es fuera de juego. Lateral buscando el delantero y mira, gol, vuelve como un águila, mira el Dino. Dale de mano para mí y falta también, sí, pita penalti para el Gretna. A ver, y gol, el primer gol del Gretna femenino, gol de Recuerda, sin Gretna no hay fiesta. Back on the Costa del Solway, let's talk programmes. To the annoyance of many football fans, a lot of professional clubs have given up printed programmes in favour of digital versions, but not here at Gretna.
It comes really from an annual general meeting of the Gretna Supporters Society a few years ago, when one of the sort of main supporter requests was, well, we don't necessarily know who the players are, we don't know what's going on. And when Gretna 2008 started, there was a great magazine produced at the time called the Raydale Review. And so we just thought, well, let's do another one at the beginning of the season to tell everyone what was happening, and then from there that sold out, and then I think we had like Celtic B like today come, and that one sold out, so we actually thought, well, we'll do one for the odd game, the big games. Last season we did one more or less every game, and this season we're going to do one every game, and they're selling out completely. They're going to the United States, they're going to Croatia, they're going to Australia. We're very, very lucky because I found an organisation called Curtis Sports, and they do the print and the design for us, which is just as well because Claire and I send in a random set of information and they turn it into this wonderful publication that you can see before you.
The fan base here wants that printed version to take home with them.
Absolutely, and we've just about sold out today. We've got 100 programmes printed for the ladies' game tomorrow. They're just about sold out already, and the game hasn't even taken place yet.
Gretna's next two home games are against the B teams of Celtic and Hearts, which allows me to discuss one of the Lowland League's most controversial topics. Should they even be in the league? Now, in Spain, B teams have been part of the professional football pyramid for years, but that's not the case in England or in Scotland, except the Lowland League. Last year, the clubs narrowly voted to allow Hearts and Celtic to keep their B teams in the league for at least another 2 years. But there were strong arguments for and against. Clubs like Albion Rovers argued strongly that it was against the whole ethos of the football pyramid system. They would rather see the likes of Darvel, Dalbeattie, Clydebank or Beath taking up those spaces. But this is also a league where money is short and every pound counts. And both Celtic and Hearts pay into the league to allow them to compete. The consensus in Gretna is that the fans enjoy some Premiership glamour and the players get to pit themselves against the best academy squads in Scotland.
I mean, unless you're actually playing in there, it's hard to understand how hard it is. I mean, like mentally exhausting when people running off your shoulders and you try to get back into shape. Not just physically, it's mentally exhausting, and you've got to give them massive credit for that. But I feel we've got the right characters in the changing room. That was a big part of our planning during pre-season, to get people who were resilient, like you say, who demand off others, to keep people going, and that's reflective in our training as well. If you've came down and watched us before, it's loud at training. Again, there's a lot of enthusiasm. It's people barking at each other. It's people keeping each other going, geeing people up, and I think that's down to a bit of mentality within the changing room. It's a good culture. I mean, the boys have created that, and you've seen that today. And to push a team like Celtic onto 92 minutes, try to score a goal, let's be honest, it's quite remarkable. I mean, I think everybody expects you to be sitting in and getting beat by 4 or 5 goals, but that's not the case here. But we're looking to try and beat teams like Celtic.
So what are you going to buy Jim tonight? Bottle of champagne, pint?
Sounding a bit like Roy Keane here. Is that not his job at the end of the day?
Man of the match, Jim Mackey. I think everyone already gets that one.
Luckily, Roy Keane wasn't picking man of the match. And to be fair to Jim, it's the Lowland League. Not exactly Premiership wages. 24 hours later, it's the turn of Gretna Ladies in their first ever Scottish Cup match, and only their second competitive game in history. There's good news and bad news. The good, well, they're at home. The bad, it's a very tough draw. Bishopton from Renfrewshire, a strong side who won a League and Cup double only 3 years ago. It's going to be a very tough afternoon for Gretna's young and inexperienced side. Think maybe Spain's first team against San Marino. Reserves. That gives you an idea of the size of today's task. Game, Jordan, but positives from the game.
Well, loads of positives. When you coming into this game, it was going to be so hard because they've signed players that have played at a higher level and stuff, and they're building, like, their aim this season is to get promoted. They've won everything before, so we knew it was going to be a hard game. We didn't have a few players like due to injury and stuff, so we only had 11 of us out there. But I felt we tried our best to like slow the game down and try and get it to our pace, and that was just our aim. And I felt we did that well.
Everyone came off smiling though, so that's good.
Oh, considering like if we'd played like that against Bishopton there than what we did last week against Arnon, the scoreline would have been different. Everybody today played as a team and played for each other, and we knew what we had to just to try and keep that scoreline down.
Scotland's crazy summer continues. It's August the 21st, but it feels like November the 21st. Tonight, Gretna are playing both Hearts B and the remnants of Hurricane Ernesto.
Deborah and we're here tonight collecting for the Great North Air Ambulance.
To Vinny a couple of weeks ago, I've got an episode title that I really want to use in the style of Friends, the one where Gretna score 5, and I thought I was going to be able to use it tonight. Never mind. Talk to me about that.
Obviously, like it was excellent. It was excellent. I think everybody around the club kind of sensed that something like that was maybe going to come. We were going to have a night or a day where it clicked in front of goal. You know, I think we've maybe missed a few chances and been a bit unfortunate in some of the games. Even the games we've lost, you know, could we maybe have got a draw because we maybe missed a few chances. And tonight it clicked. I thought maybe 6-1's a bit harsh on Hearts because I thought they'd done a lot in the game. I thought they were good. I thought they moved the ball well. I thought they created us some problems. But on the break, we just looked absolutely devastating. And that, I think, particularly for Iain Anderson, I think Iain Anderson's done an absolute power of work for us. He's put his body on the line. He's run his legs off every single game. And you just want that night where everything he hits goes in. And that happened tonight. You know, he was brilliant. But to a man, they were absolutely class. And I'm delighted because I said a few weeks ago, we wanted something for the home fans and the volunteers, and the women's team are here volunteering tonight, and there's a load of the kids up in the stand. That's what it's about, because if it's an away game and we do that, loads of folk don't see that. So it's just great for the club, great for everybody involved, and the boys deserve it because their attitude has been absolutely on point for the minute we've came in the door. So delighted. I think that the result at Stirling, the result at Cumbernauld sort of sent out a bit of a warning that we're competitive. We've got a really competitive group of boys, like they really care and they're really competitive. Nobody's going to find us a soft touch in this league, I think that's pretty safe to say. And if we get it right in that end bit, the final third like we did tonight, I'm going to make a prediction, it won't be the last result like that.